Hello and welcome back to the Goalkeeping Podcast. I'm Paul Sherratt.
I'm Martin Brennan.
And welcome to Clanfield Football Club. This is my manor.
Yes, it's a long way out, isn't it?
It's a long way out. What a beautiful day though, huh?
It is stunning.
Absolutely. This is, what do we say, 5 degrees, the sun is shining, proper winter's day. I thought there might be some snow on the pitch.
Great day for football, that, isn't it?
Oh,
it's perfect.
100%.
Fantastic goals them as well, weren't they?
Do you know, it looks well actually, because we've had a lot of rain around. There's a lot of flooding around here at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, our pitch, and we're 20 minutes away from here, our pitch is bad, really, really muddy. But this looks all right.
Yeah.
This obviously drains okay.
Good condition.
So you've been well?
I've been good, yeah. Trying to back after me eating marathon from Christmas.
Yeah, I
I'm
felt
back on it.
Yeah, I was a bit like that.
It's actually mad how much you can eat.
Yeah.
And I tested myself, and I actually thought I was generally going to die.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
It's not good, but I got a little bit more food in. Which is all that matters, right?
Oh, that's why you were testing?
Yeah.
To see how much room was left.
How much can the human body actually take on one day?
I don't know why we do it to ourselves.
No. And we moan the next day, but then next year, guess what? Challenge on again.
Booze as well? Too much booze?
Yeah, I agree, yeah. More booze than drink, actually, this year. Last year it was very much...
Isn't that the same thing? More booze than drink?
No, well, normally at mother-in-law's, they normally have massive joints of meat, beef, and she didn't do it this year.
Oh.
So she went out and bought loads of stuff from supermarket, but she'd messed up because she'd bought loads of vegan stuff, which some people would enjoy. But yeah, it was all like dust in a mince pie, and not mince because it's been. See,
it's a long time away ago now. Really, I mean, we're well into the new year now, and it's.
You have a good period.
Yeah, all good. Been back to it for a while, huh? Yeah, far too much. The wife starts poking me in that little.
Okay.
For those that are listening on the podcast, I'm now poking Martin in the tummy area.
In the six-pack area.
Thank you. Often accompanied by a sort of raise of the eyebrows, or perhaps even a or just that's all she needs to do, means, just to basically say, yourself, get back on the bike, get back running.
Is that what equals to?
When you've been married for 23 years, you don't need. That's all you need to say.
Yeah. Perfect. I'm gonna try that tonight.
And a little poke in the stomach, in the six pack.
Put the pencil in my eyeball.
It says it all. And football has Boreham getting on all good.
Boreham's been okay. Yeah, we're slowly picking it back up again. Just such a tough league. Wrexham. We're still in the FA Cup, which is good. Yeah. Wrexham still in
as
the
of
FA Cup.
As of today we're talking. We don't know whether you're still in it. If you are, this is going to go out in probably 4 or 5 weeks' time.
You could be in the final.
You could be in the final.
We could be in the final against probably Wrexham, who are just
flying.
I said they're running away. Then they're second, but I think they're going to run away with it. But yeah, it's been good. Just slowly started to pick up results again. So yeah, we'll see if we've won the FA Cup hopefully in the next few weeks.
So we've got a.
Yes.
The reason I've invited you here,
because you didn't want to come to me.
Because I didn't want to come to you. We're going to change it up. We're changing things up.
Right.
And we've got an announcement to make as well, haven't we?
We certainly have.
I'm proud to announce, as a brand, as gloveglu, we are going to launch the gloveglu Academy. And after scouring the globe for an appropriate academy director and interviewing many people for the role,
couldn't find anyone else.
couldn't find anyone else. So Martin Brennan, you're going to come on board as our academy director. That's awesome.
Do you know what? I'm absolutely over the moon with this, and it's something that was well needed for me personally.
Yeah.
I can just see this being such a good venture. I really can.
I mean, we've known each other, I don't know, probably 10 years, and have worked on and off in all sorts of projects over the years. We've obviously got a lot closer in the last 2-3 years. We've done the podcast together. We've done more and more programs. And I think you're right. It was just this logical evolution of the relationship and everything that we're doing. And I, personally and as a business and as a brand, we've got a massive ambition to try and really attack goalkeeping from all sides.
Yeah.
And one of the key elements is grassroots, is being part of that community, is finding a way to connect with the kids coming through the game.
Yeah.
And to have an academy and a coaching program around that, and ultimately multiple academies around the world and camps and programs and so on, I just think it's going to be great.
I think, and to add on to that, the idea of the academy is that it doesn't matter, boys, girls, men, women, it doesn't matter where you're trying to get to and the level that you're coming in at. You know, the academy will offer an opportunity to literally everybody. You know, from an under 7 just starting out to an under 13 maybe trying to get into a league higher, to from the girls trying to get into the women's game, and the non-league goalie trying to improve himself and better himself. So it literally is going to offer an opportunity for everyone. And the nice thing is we're going to be able to cater for the different events. So it's not going to be this 7-year-olds all the way through to 18 and we'll all throw them in to get. It's not. There's going to be camps specifically for what you're trying to achieve and where you're trying to get to. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about this.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of it. I mean, all of the information, the website is now live, so gloveglu.academy.
Yeah.
Couldn't be simpler. www.gloveglu.academy. Everything is on there. So I guess just to explain more, so we're basically taking the programs that you had under Martin Brennan under developing goalkeeping. We're bringing those into under the umbrella of Gloveglu Academy. We're rebranding those to some extent, so your elite camps, so your senior and your junior elite camps and so on and so forth. The nationals, obviously you and I launched together anyway last year. That's going to become bigger, better, brighter, stronger. Harrow this year, 4th, 5th, 6th of August. So already we've got a great sign up for that, so that's going to be the flagship event. And this idea that we talked pre-COVID really, and COVID killed it for a couple of years, this idea of taking the concept on the road, looking at the US, looking at Australia, looking at some of our other global markets. I think if we can encompass all of those, we've really got a nice opportunity to connect with the community.
Completely, yeah. And like you said, with the developing goalkeeping, it was running for, I think it was officially opened probably 14 years ago. I've run it for a good 14 years, and just to, after our long conversations about moving it into potential Gloveglu Academy, just was a no-brainer in the end. And it will offer one-to-one sessions, 2-to-1 sessions. You'll have the groups. We'll have Gloveglu Academy Junior Elite Camp. We'll have 4 of them a year. We'll have 2 senior elite camps a year. There'll be a non-league camp. We're trying to get the pro camp back up and running as well. That's something we're going to look to do. And like you said, all the other ideas that are still up our sleeve that we're not going to release yet, but eventually will. So give the listeners and the viewers an idea. So where is Gloveglu Academy at the moment? What are the venues that we're operating out of? So at the minute, obviously, just releasing. This is a brand new project that the weekly sessions and the one-to-one stuff is going to be in and around the Essex and London, Hertfordshire area to start off with. You'll eventually see that will grow. The residential camps are held at which isn't actually far from here, funny enough, is Tame United Football Club, which for anyone that has been on an event before will know it's a fantastic venue. It really, really is. So lots of stuff is going to still run out of Tame. Obviously we use Harrow for Harrow School, which is an unbelievable venue for the national camp. So that's roughly where we're at the minute. But yeah, over the next 4 to 8 weeks, there'll be other things that will be evolving and popping up, definitely.
Yeah, and I think there's anybody listening to this, there's lots of conversations that we're having globally, actually, with other coaches that to potentially bring them under the umbrella of Gloveglu Academy. So whilst we're starting off geographically in the areas you've just mentioned, I can certainly see over the years that we'll start to have a bigger international and national footprint in terms of coaching available under Gloveglu Academy. And I think that's the important thing from our perspective, from a brand point of view, is that as those numbers grow, we can do lots and lots with the kids that are coming through the program. You can bring this fantastic coaching that you do. We can bring all sorts of things from a brand perspective, whether it be special offers or deals, almost a community club, a fan club, call it what you will, that you become part of the coaching and the product development. We were talking this morning, I was showing you some new product. It'll be great to start using attendees in gloveglu Academy to test products. Be the first to try it, be the first to use this. Here's something that, we were looking at products this morning, we might not launch till 2024 or even 2025. So I think that's really quite exciting. If you're a 13-year-old boy or a girl, let's say, try those. They're not on the market, nobody's even seen these before. So even those aspects that are non-coaching, non-educational, I'm sort of buzzing about as well.
It will be really nice, especially for the last, to say, with previous companies running everything, and there is different brands all over the place, but with this, I just find there's going to be such a personal touch. Exactly what you've just said. The next camp, you ring me up going, right, we've got 4 new, we want to try and sample these gloves out. How exciting is that? And we forget, as older people, we forget a 14-year-old, you're giving a pair of gloves, a 14-year-old, no one in the world has actually tried yet, and you're going to try them, and you're actually going to give me some feedback. Just let us know what your thoughts are. So to create a goalkeeping community is going to be fantastic, and I can only see bigger and better things, happening.
I think the educational piece from your side, I think, is really important. I think we can do a lot under gloveglu Academy in terms of social media. So we'll have our own channels, obviously Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. As well as some of that product, as well as some of that information also sitting under the main gloveglu account. I think there's an opportunity there to impart some knowledge in a really nice, in a nice way, in a community way again. And part and parcel of that, in fact, is this podcast, the Goalkeeping Podcast. You and I both decided, I'm not sure whether you've fired me or pushed me to one side, or whether I'm not quite sure. But anyway, we should probably talk about that at some stage. But
sugar's coming.
I've been told that you're going to go solo. Maybe there's a replacement following me. But no, joking aside, I think you started it 2.5-3 years ago as an educational piece, as a way for you to speak to the goalkeeping community about everything in and around improving how to become a better goalkeeper. And I think we've had a great run in the last 18 months, and the audience is now at a really, really strong level. There's lots of podcasts out there, as you and I discussed, that they're interviewing goalkeepers and so on and so forth, and that gives a great insight. But I think you going back to being solo is just going to add to everything around gloveglu Academy.
And I think that the exciting thing with that is that I think being back out on the grass at times as well, interviewing a goalkeeper, and there's one idea that I already want to put in place is actually miking up the goalie that's in a training match, and I'm standing behind the goal, and we're actually going to go through stuff. What you're feeling, what you're thinking. There's a massive wind come. I want it to be a real personal touch again. But getting on. Obviously that people know I'm working at Boreham Wood, and just to maybe feel a little bit of that. And again, maybe speaking to the manager, I've already spoke to him about would he do a little podcast before a game and after a game, and all these emotions feeling through the games and stuff. I want to. There's loads of ideas. I've already spoke to a couple of guys that have been in the game a long time that we're going to, interview. I think it's just really a matter of getting back on the grass a little bit more. Have that real personal touch. And and we're always open to questions. When I first started it, I'd always get a couple of parents ring up or email or text me, WhatsApp, and I've just listened. But what happens if this happens? Like, we want to get a little bit more of that back in again. The parent question. Again, all I keep saying is I'm excited because I generally am.
I might sort of come knocking on the door occasionally and go, look, can I have a chat with this person here, or I've just had will you let me back in just on the odd occasion, just to...
Do I have to answer that now?
You can think about that.
I'll have a think about it, because we've got a busy schedule. I'm saying it's just me. We've got a massively
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So, if we can fit you in, we'll fit you in.
Okay, now that's good. So
Definitely.
Watch this space, viewers, listeners. I might be back.
You'll be back.
I'll be back.
You'll be back.
I'll be back. But
There's too many funny stories for you not to be back.
I think that's the thing. I can store up my funny stories now, and maybe I can come and download every 6 months, every year.
I think that'd be a good thing for you to have a bit of time to build some funny stories.
To build some funny stories. Yeah, okay.
But just going back, did you get the coach written on your coat on the back? Because I did listen to that podcast the other day. It came up on my phone, and it was you saying about.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Remember we said that?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
You didn't. No. See, there you go. So, but anyway.
We weren't taking our own advice. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just thought that it weirdly enough come up on my phone, and it was part of the introduction. And I thought I've got to ask him today if he did it.
I mean, looking back over the, I don't know, probably 30, 40, 50 episodes we did together. Favourites? Any favourites stick out?
I know your favourite.
You do.
Yeah, I don't even have to say it.
I'm going to say it because people are going to know. Well, what is his favourite? So mine was the series of Franken-keeper, cartoon-keeper, robo-keeper. The pleasure that I had in trying to create a completely made-up goalkeeper, taking all of the attributes, whether it was going to be a cartoon or it was. I still listen. I listened back to them.
The cartoon was outstanding.
Cartoon was brilliant. You nearly killed it.
Why?
Well, because in the first 10 seconds you said Inspector Gadget.
That's right, yeah, I did. I was going to say Shrek, but no, I
Inspector
did say
Gadget.
Yeah. Well, it's a no-brainer.
Well, there was a long silence because basically he had long arms. Anyway, we won't go into it. Check out those three. What about you? What about highlights for you?
Just did a goalkeeping podcast.
Yeah.
But mentioned SpongeBob.
Yeah, we did that.
In that goalkeeping podcast, I was mad. I think the Lewis Ward one was good because I think it gave us a real insight to what the pro game looks like and the feelings behind that. That was a really interesting one.
That was a proper eye opener. I mean, you
live and breathe it, and
you've been around goalkeepers longer than I have. I've been around them for 15 years. I really had. I didn't have the depth of understanding that I got listening to Lewis in terms of how hard it is. I mean, you're outside in thinking, pro footballer,
amazing.
how cool would that be? Brilliant, and the riches and the rewards and you completely underestimate the battle, the challenges, mental and physical, that as an athlete you have to go through to play at any level. We were talking. Lewis was League 2 level then, even so. It doesn't matter what level.
No.
Non-league, football league, Premier League.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Those 2 episodes, and in fact, those 2 episodes are our most listened to episodes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just the beauty behind that is people forget that they're still human beings and they've still got feelings and they've still got worries and fears but when people just assume that they don't have that because they're professional players, they've got a mindset of concrete. No, at times they've been the complete opposite. But just to listen and I got a lot of comments for that one as well. People asking questions. I got to be honest, the funny ones are my top ones. Hearing a couple of Scotty Shearer's stories.
He was good.
Who's an absolute lunatic. Scotty's hilarious. One of the biggest characters I've met in football. Scotty's was good, but I actually think the cartoon one. If you said to me you have to name one, I think it's the cartoon one. Talk about Inspector Gadget, Shrek, SpongeBob.
Yeah,
we're talking about a podcast for goalkeepers here.
Yeah,
but we mentioned his cartoon. That was a fun one. That was a fun one.
We've had some fun. We've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So it's going to change. So this is me saying adios, sayonara, goodbye.
Yeah.
Farewell.
Not for long.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Or no, you see, yeah. No, I tried to throw that in there at the end, but
yeah, some things work. So, but the beauty is now you've got a bit of time to think.
I have
about it.
I have.
Should I say I'll be back on a podcast, or should I just leave that aside? Maybe is that one in the pub with your mates having a laugh and a joke? Is that the audience, or it's just your timing and what you say? Yeah,
I've got to go. I think, truth be told, I'm going to be doing a lot of behind the scenes work on Glove Glue and Glove Glue Academy.
Yeah, completely.
There's a lot there to go at, so I'm massively excited about that.
But no, we'll still 100%. We'll still and listen. I still set us the idea of we got to go, to different countries in different suites of football clubs.
Yeah.
I still think Malaga Football Club is still dying out for a podcast in one of their executive.
I was thinking into Miami.
Yeah,
be quite nice in the winter.
So maybe that is our meet-up. Malaga Airport.
We could do that. we could do that. Well, in the meantime, thank you everybody for listening to the Goalkeeping Podcast, and good luck with the solo adventure again.
Yeah.
And that was the Goalkeeping Podcast. I'm Paul Sherratt.
I'm Martin Brennan.
Thanks for listening.